आवाज आ रहा है? कौन है? ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Can turn off the fan. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, the Samam Bonam, Chapter 66, Poundrak, the false Vasudev, verse number 1, 10.66.1. Shri Shuka Uvacha Nanda Vrajam Gate Rame Karusha Adipatir Nripa Vasudevo Aham Iti Agyo Dutam Krishnaya Prahino. Shri Shuka Uvacha Nanda Vrajam Gate Rame Karusha Adipatir Nripa Vasudevo Aham Iti Agyo Dutam Krishnaya Prahino. Shri Shuka Uvacha Nanda Vrajam Gate Rame Karusha Adipatir Nripa Vasudevo Aham Iti Agyo Dutam Krishnaya Prahino. Shri Shuka Uvacha Nanda Vrajam Gate Rame Karushadhipatir Nripa Vasudevo Amviti Yagyo Dutam Krishnaya Prahino. Shri Shuka Uvacha Nanda Vrajam Gate Rame Karusha Adhipati Nripa Vasudevo Amiti Agyo Dutam Krishnaya Prahino. Shri Shuka Uvacha Nanda Vrajam Gate Rame Karushadhipatir Nripa Vasudevo Amiti Agyo Dutam Krishnaya Prahino. Matajis. Shuka Uvacha Nanda Vrajam Gate Rame Karushadhipatir Nripa Vasudevo Amiti Agyo Dutam Krishnaya Prahino. Word to word meaning. Shri Shuka Uvacha. Shukadev Goswami said, Nanda of Nanda Maharaj, Vrajam to the coward village, Gate having gone, Rame Lord Balram, Karusha Adhipati, the ruler of Karusha, Poundrak, Nripa, O king, Parikshit, Vasudeva, the supreme lord, Vasudev, Aham, I, Iti, thus thinking, Agya, foolish, Dutam, a messenger, Krishnaya, to Lord Krishna, Prahinod, sent. Translation and purport by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Shukadeva Goswami said, O king, while Lord Balram was away visiting Nanda's village of Braj, the ruler of Karusha, foolishly thinking, I am the Supreme Lord Vasudev, sent a messenger to Lord Krishna. Purport. Since Lord Ram had gone to Nand Vraja, Poundrak foolishly thought that Lord Krishna would be alone and therefore easy to challenge. Thus, he dared to send his crazy message to the Lord. Om Ajnantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Nama Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are continuing the nectar of Krishna's pastimes on the occasion of Janmashtami. So once Lord Balram, he went to Vrindavan Yatra from Dwaraka. And he stayed there for around 2 months. And Lord Krishna is present in Dwaraka. So the king of Karusha, Poundrak, he sent a messenger to Dwaraka, to Lord Krishna. Poundrak started thinking that I am God, Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am the real Vasudev. And this person present in Dwaraka is fake Vasudev. Poundrak started thinking like that. each of the conditioned living entity has this Ishwar Bhav. Ishwar Bhav that I am the controller, I am the enjoyer, I am the proprietor, I am the master, in competition to Krishna. So some of them, they actually think big because of flattery of their followers. Paundrak was one such. The followers of Paundrak, they will flatter him and they will repeatedly glorify him as Bhagavan, as Supreme Personality of Godhead. So much so that it went into his head. Just like sometimes children play the game of one being the king and other being the subjects, or one being the police, other being the thief. So that's a childish play. But the child who is acting as the king, after 2-3 hours, if that goes into his head, even after the game is over, he will think, I am the king, and walk and talk like that. That's illusion. So Paundrak was surrounded by followers who would flatter him, falsely glorify him, falsely praise him. And he really started thinking that I am God, I am Vasudev. Actually, I am not God, but these hundreds of people cannot be wrong. So maybe I am God. That is the start of illusion. That I can be wrong, he can be wrong, but 100 cannot be wrong. So if they say I am God, then I must be God. So that generates pride, that generates false ego. False ego means false identity, and that is not good. As practicing devotees, we should be careful not to surround ourselves with such flatterers, with such dishonest friends who would only flatter us, praise us, glorify us, instead of speaking honestly about our faults. So then we will never get corrected, and that praise will go in our head, and we will think, I am perfect, I am great, I am a pure devotee, and everybody else is less than me. We had a brahmachari in our ashram who is shifted to some other temple now. Very sincere brahmachari, every day, nice Mangalarti, chanting 16 rounds in the temple hall, very nice behavior and etiquette and service attitude. So everybody would call him pure devotee. Pure devotee aa gaya. Happens. We used to stay in one room, 63, that was called pure devotee room. So one day he was filling water on the 6th floor. So 2-3 brahmacharis also came to fill water. So one brahmachari said, look, pure devotee is filling water today. So this brahmachari very humbly said, Prabhu, please don't call me pure devotee again and again. He said, why? What happened? He said, I will start thinking I am a pure devotee. But this is serious. If I am surrounded by flatterers, They will glorify my faults and my weakness as if I am great and my faults are my pastimes, Leela. Then I will never get corrected. So not only we should have juniors around us, we should also have equals around us, and we should also have seniors around us. So seniors will correct us, equals will laugh with us, and we will be accountable. If I do a mistake and there is nobody to correct me, then what will happen? I'll do the mistake again next day because I didn't get corrected. Again next day I don't get corrected, I do the same mistake. Third day, fourth day, fifth day, and in few months it will become my habit. And in few years it will become a hard habit, and it's very difficult to overcome that mistake. Then there will be a big problem. If I don't get corrected, I will die with the mistake without becoming perfect. And I will take one more birth to become perfect. So this life chance to go back home to Krishna is gone. So if I continue doing mistake without getting corrected, the big problem will be, I'll be a senior devotee. And senior is generally around with juniors, and juniors don't correct seniors. That's not good etiquette. So then who will correct me? We'll need a super senior, which is rare. So better to get corrected in early stages of our sadhana. At final stages of sadhana, we will not get corrected. We want to become advanced and perfect devotees, not just senior devotees. In ISKCON or in any society, even in family or organization, it's easy to become senior devotee. Should I tell you the formula? Just be alive. Just keep breathing. Breathe oxygen, give out carbon dioxide. After a few years of this phenomena, you will become a senior member of the society, senior member of your family or building or organization. But that's not the goal of life. That's not what did we contribute to our age. That's not a qualification. When we do tapasya and sadhana, that adds to the age of seniority. Then we are advanced, increasing our dependence on Krishna. So, flattery, artificial praises and glorification in the name of encouragement and appreciation is not welcome. It doesn't help. It only boosts our ego. And that's what happened with Poundrak. He started thinking, all these people are correct. I am God. I am controller. I am creator. I am enjoyer. I am master. And he started behaving in that way. I am Vasudev. But he had only 2 hands. So he got 2 cardboard hands and stuck on his shoulders. And he started wearing yellow dhoti and started wearing imitation Kaustubh Mani and Vajanti Mala. He started wearing like Dwarkadish, all the garments and ornaments, like a theatrical actor who will dress up like Krishna on the stage. And he had duplicate Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. But he didn't realize it. If he had even one good friend, he would have told him, Poundrak, you foolish person, just look at the Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. They are not original. See, it is written there, made in China. It's not from Goloka. Throw it. But this Poundrak challenged Dwarkadish. She said, if I am God, how can be one more God? So he sent a message. He sent a Brahmana. And Brahmanas have free enter in Dwarka and Dwarka's palace. So Brahmana went to the assembly of Ugrasen, where Krishna is present with his devotees. Balram is absent. Balram is in Nand Maharaj's Gokul, Vrindavan. Poundrak thought this good opportunity. Balram gets angry very fast. He is not there. It will be easy to handle the situation. So the messenger came and gave the message to Krishna from behalf of his master Poundrak, that Dwarkadish Krishna, I am real Vasudev. You are imitating Vasudev. You are cheating the people. I have taken incarnation to protect the pious people and annihilate the miscreants. But you are posing as Vasudev. And I hereby appeal to you to stop posing as Vasudev, to surrender your weapon Sudarshan Chakra and take shelter of my lotus feet. If you don't do that, then I will have to fight with you. See the audacity. There are people today who think they are God and they behave that way. But there is only one God, one Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Nobody else. Srila Prabhupada said our preaching should include these two principles. First, that we should preach Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And second, there is nobody else who is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Not just first part, second part as well. That Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead and nobody else is Supreme Personality of Godhead. There are demigods, Brahma, Shiva, Indra, Chandra, Varun, Vayu, Surya, Agni, Ganesh, Durga. But only Krishna is Bhagavan. Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchidanand Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. That's Dharma. So this Poundrak, he thought that way, that this Dwarkadish is my competitor, false person. So what happened in Dwarka when the letter was read? Everybody had a good laugh. Joke of the day, joke of the year, joke of the decade, joke of the kalpa. Ugrasen laughed, Krishna laughed, Satyaki laughed, Kritavarma laughed, Akrura laughed. All the Dwarkavasis and who heard, they laughed. Said, wow, what a joke, what a joke. First prize, first prize. award, give award to this joke. If you visit Dwarka those days and go to the assembly of Dwarkadish, what will be the scene, a general average day? The scene will be all the people in the assembly are laughing. Why? Because Krishna just now told a joke. And after that Krishna tells the second joke. Then all laugh. Then third joke, then all laugh. So morning till evening, that's what happened in Dwarka. Then Krishna goes back to his palace. Because there's nothing to do. Everything is fine. What is the duty of a king? To protect the citizens, to extract taxes, to give justice, to solve problems. Dwarka, there are no problems. No justice, no criminals, no complaints. So what to do? Nobody wants to sit at home with wife. So they come to the assembly. So Krishna tells joke, they laugh. Then they tell joke, then they laugh. Then they tell joke, then they laugh. Then sometimes says Krishna 21. So they remember 21 joke. So they laugh again. So that's Dwarka, that's Krishna Loka, Kevala Ananda Kandam, simply joyful. That is bhakti. When we are engaged in Krishna's service, we are happy and joyful. When we have material desires and attachments and ambitions, then we are not joyful. We are unhappy because something is incomplete. We need to fulfill that. But serving Krishna, we are joyful. So everybody had a good laugh. Then Krishna responded to the messenger. Said, go and tell your master that you are a fool. Fool number 1, rascal, badmash. You claim to be Bhagavan and you want my Sudarshan Chakra. I am coming and handing it over to you. Let me see if you can handle it. You want me to take your shelter, but after I kill you with my Sudarshan Chakra, your body will be shelter of dogs. In Mumbai Bhasha, he told him, Teko kutte ki maut marunga. So the messenger went to Poundrak and relayed the message. Poundrak got very angry. At that time he was staying in Kashi with his friend, the king of Kashi, Kashi Raja. And he got ready his army. Krishna got ready his army. Krishna was very eager to visit and see Poundrak. A, to kill him. B, to actually see him, because Krishna heard from many people the way Poundrak dresses is exactly like you. If today you get a news that there is a visitor who is exactly like you dressing and looking, would you not be interested to see that person? Yes. So Krishna got interested to see. And second, Krishna actually decided to kill Poundrak. Krishna's visit here as an incarnation is to establish dharma. And that includes not just protecting devotees and killing asuras, killing people who are followers and propagators of adharma. And propagating a philosophy claiming somebody who is not God to be God is biggest adharma. It's cheating. It's like fraud. Selling copper as gold. Selling duplicate items in the market is fraud. There is a real product which has demand in the market, and you make a duplicate product and sell it as if it is real product. That is very big fraud in the society. So claiming somebody to be God, claiming somebody to be a bona fide spiritual master or a pure devotee or a sadhu representative of Krishna, but actually not qualified, that's a very big fraud. Adharma, pretender, hypocrite, mithyachari, false behavior, dishonesty. And Krishna doesn't tolerate that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't tolerate that. We have example of Junior Haridas, who is in sannyas ashram, who came in contact with the elderly Mataji to beg rice to be offered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said it's not good for a sannyasi or even a brahmachari to have a transactional dealing with Mataji. So he banished Haridas, told him, I don't want to see your face. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Patita Pavan. He is ready to liberate and give relief to any sinful tendencies and activities to fallen conditioned souls. So he is Patita Pavan, but he is not Mithyachari Pavan. He is not ready to forgive those who are false behavior. Those who in the name of renunciation try to come in contact with sense objects or money or woman or prestige, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't give his mercy. Honest thief is acceptable by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but dishonest gentleman is not acceptable. Speaking lies, being dishonest is very big obstruction for our Bhakti Lata growth of Bhakti Lata, creeper of devotional service. Duplicity, kuti nati. Duplicity means inside is not equal to outside. Outside I appear to be your well-wisher, but inside I want to exploit you or gain something from you or harm you. That's duplicity. Inside not equal to outside. Such a behavior is not acceptable by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Such a behavior is disgusting to the Lord. So Krishna wanted to kill him because he is propagating false knowledge, false philosophy and cheating the conditioned souls, promoting somebody who is not God as God. That's not proper. So Krishna with his small army came to the border of Kashi, and Paundrak with his 2 Akshoni army, and Kashi Raja with 3 Akshoni army, they were ready to face Krishna. First time Krishna came face to Paundrak, Krishna again had a laugh. Wow, joker. He saw he's wearing like me yellow dhoti and 4 hands and all duplicate Shank Chakra Gada Padma and imitation Kaustubh Mani and Vaijanti Mala and Garuda flag on his chariot. Krishna had a laugh. And after laughing, Krishna was angry. And he chastised Paundrak. He said, today I will give you a dog's death. And immediately Paundrak's army attacked Krishna with so many arrows and tridents and swords and clubs and spears and so many other weapons were thrown at Krishna. And Krishna is so fast with his arrows, he broke all the weapons in the air. And with his Sudarshan Chakra, he killed all the army of Paundrak and Kashiraj. Within no minute, within few minutes, no time. Initially there were many humans on the battlefield. Now there are many crows, eagles, vultures and dogs on the battlefield eating the corpses of humans. He killed everybody. All the soldiers he killed, all those followers he killed. Somebody's legs were broken, somebody's hand was broken, somebody's neck was cut, and elephants and horses were killed, and there was a river of blood, and all the smashed pieces of chariots and crowns was floating in that. And that is Krishna. And that is Krishna's army. Nobody can stand in front of him. And then Krishna came face to face to Paundrak. And he told, I am giving my Sudarshan Chakra to you. And with his arrows he killed his horses, his chariot driver, broke his chariot and flags. And finally with his Sudarshan Chakra he killed Paundrak. Paundrak was always thinking of Krishna's roop, Krishna's form, four-handed Vishnu form. So because of that thinking, he was getting purified and he got Sarupya Mukti. See, becoming an enemy of Krishna is also beneficial. What to speak about becoming a friend of Krishna, becoming a servant of Krishna. So Lord Shri Krishna has appeared as Shri Shri Radha Ras Bihari right here in our city. So we are very fortunate to come here and become friend of Krishna, become servant of Krishna. So we should not miss this opportunity. Please come every day and take darshan and participate in Aarti and Kirtan and class and festivals and devotional service. And in that way, we become closer to Krishna, we become Krishna conscious. That's the benefit of ISKCON. That's the benefit of Srila Prabhupada's movement. That just by coming and participating in temple activities, we become Krishna conscious. Not much has to be done, just be present and chant the holy name and hear katha. Such a simple and sublime process. So Paundrak got Sarupya Mukti. Kashi Raja got very angry and he attacked Krishna. And Krishna released an arrow, so swift arrow that it cut the head of Kashi Raj and took it straight inside the city of Kashi, Varanasi, and it fell at the gate of his palace. Now why did Krishna do that? So when Kashi Raja was getting ready for the battle, he told his queens in the palace that today I will go and kill our enemy Krishna, cut his head and personally bring it and show to all of you right here in the palace. I'll throw his head in the city. And the queens were very happy to hear the heroic announcement. And they gathered all their maidservants and told them, today our king is going to kill Krishna and bring his head here. And the maidservants told their husbands and children, and gradually it spread to all the masses, and all the masses were eager to see the head of the enemy. And suddenly one head dropped from the sky. Like some big wind comes and blows the flower here and there. The arrow was making the head go around here and there, and it fell. When it fell, everybody got surprised. Somebody thought some flower has come from the sky. My flower, they were saying. Then they saw there are hairs and earrings. Then they saw this is not flower, this is head. And they got happy. Wow, the enemy's head is here. They all gathered, the queens gathered to see the enemy's head. And when they saw closely, it was their husband's head, Kashi Raja's head. They all started crying. This is Krishna. Anybody who thinks to become enemy of Krishna, he will be defeated. Nobody can stand in competition to Krishna. We can stand as servant of Krishna, then we will be successful. But we should not compete with Krishna. We should not try to become Krishna. We should not try to become hero in somebody else's life. So even when we preach, we should not preach so that we occupy the place and position of Krishna in somebody else's life. We should preach so that devotees depend on Krishna, not depend on preacher, on us. We should tell them, if you have a problem, go to Radha Rasbihari and pray, he will solve it. Not, if you have a problem, call me, I will take care. No, International Society for not Prabhuji consciousness. We should not become Krishna in somebody's life. That manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Think of me. Problem, call me. WhatsApp me. Want to go to bathroom, ask me. No. We should not take Krishna's position in another's life. That is not preaching. That is weakness. That is making them disempowered. Preaching doesn't mean you become dumping ground for others' problem. They come, tell the problem, go away and sleep, and you have a sleepless night. Bichare ka kya hoga? No, that is not preaching. Preaching is empowering them that you have a problem, go to Krishna and pray to him and he will sort it out. To increase their faith and dependence on Krishna. The eventual goal. Okay, in initial phases somebody may require a lending hand. That's okay. But finally, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, they should increase their dependence on Krishna. That's preaching. Not becoming hero in somebody's life, not taking credit of solution of some problems in somebody's life that happened because of me. No, Krishna is hero in everybody's life. A conditioned soul is not capable to solve others' problem. A conditioned soul requires free soul, a liberated soul to make him liberated. And that's Krishna and a pure devotee spiritual master, not another conditioned soul. A blind man tells another blind man, I am senior blind man, I will help you to cross the road. No, both will fall. It requires a man with eyes to help a blind man to cross the road. So we cannot compete, we should not compete with Krishna. Not try to become Krishna in somebody's life. But we are servants of Krishna, helping other servants, serving other servants, connecting them to Krishna. So Krishna killed Kashiraj and he went with his army back to Dwaraka. Kashiraj had a son, Sudakshina, and he performed the funeral rites of his father. And now he wanted revenge. He wanted to kill Krishna. And he wanted to kill all Dwarkavasis. So he started worshipping Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is in Kashi, Vishwanath, local call. So he thought it's easy, intercom pe kaam ho jayega. So he started chanting Lord Shiva's name and performing penance. And Lord Shiva mercifully appeared to him, Ashitosh. And he said, what do you want? He said, I want to kill my enemy, Krishna, and all of Dwarkavasis. Lord Shiva said, ek aur aa gaya. One more has come. Since years this is happening. Lord Shiva loves Krishna and his followers want to kill Krishna. See, what a difficult, challenging situation. You love your boss and master, and you love your follower who wants to kill your master, your worshipper. So Lord Shiva told, look, to kill your enemy, I can tell you the process. You do tantric yajna, black magic yajna. Gather some priest and chant the mantras through, that is called abhichar ritual. And if the mantras are chanted properly and the offerings are made properly, then on the southern side, the fire will come out as my associate, Dakshin Agni. And that associate can fulfill your desire to kill any enemy you want. But conditions apply. The condition is that enemy should not be favored by the Brahmanas. The enemy should be against the Brahmanas. If the enemy is favored by the Brahmanas, then Dakshin Agni cannot do anything. So Sudakshina did some research and found out every day Brahmanas come and pay obeisances to Dwarkadish, Krishna. And he concluded definitely he is not favored by the Brahmanas, he is making them offer obeisances to him. He must be torturing them, that's why they are offering obeisances. See, this is called misinterpretation. When you already have a motivation in heart, you can misinterpret any fact so that it supports your motivation. That's called rationality, rationalizing our mind to our ambitions. That's a big flaw of the mind. So he went underground in the basement and did a black magic yajna, tantric yajna with all the priests. And when the final ahuti was given, a big Dakshin Agni, the expansion of Lord Shiva, demonic form came out. The height was till the sky, full black body, only mustache, beard and hair were red, with a trident in his hand, and red eyes and sparks of fire were coming out of the eyes, full naked. Any person sees him today will get a heart attack. So dangerous, touching the clouds as if he would eat up the whole creation, with big sharp tongue and sharp teeth, very, very ferocious, fearful form. And Sudakshina ordered him, go to Dwarka and kill Krishna and all the Dwarka Vasis. And that Dakshin Agni started running towards Dwarka with millions and millions of ghostly followers of Lord Shiva. So many followers of Lord Shiva got burnt by Dakshin Agni. He was so ferocious and powerful. So much cinders of fire were coming from his eyes. And as he was running, his head was above the clouds, which is 30,000-40,000 feet. And there was earthquake happening wherever he was placing his feet. And it's, imagine a big mountain of fire with high speed going towards a city with so many ghostly beings. It was a very dangerous situation. So all the bordering villages of Dwaraka, they saw a big army of fire is coming towards them with a big mountain of fire. They got afraid and they ran to the palace of Dwarkadish. Said, Krishna, Krishna, please help us, please protect us, Paimam, Rakshamam. Krishna said, what happened? He said, a big army of fire is coming to devastate Dwarka, to burn all of us. Please protect us. Now Krishna is Bhakta Vatsalya. He loves and protects his devotees always. There are so many pastimes in Bhagavatam in the history that devotees have trouble and Krishna has protected. Gajendra and Prahlad Maharaj and Sita Mata and Draupadi and Uttara Mata and Parikshit Maharaj and Pandavas. And there is not a single story where the devotee is in problem and Krishna is not protected. There is not a single story. So Krishna always protects his devotees. Even today. So all the Dwarka Vasis, They were in fear. And they told Krishna. But Krishna didn't got up today. He didn't get up to do anything. Why? Because Krishna was playing chess, chopad. And he didn't want to end the game in between. But he has to protect also. But Krishna thought, for such a small problem, why should I go? Sudarshan Chakra was standing with folded hands. He told Sudarshan Chakra, do the needful. Sudarshan Chakra got very happy because every time Krishna gives a target and he has to go and kill the target and come back. Today no target, blank check, do the needful, more freedom. He was very happy. Sudarshan Chakra went towards the army, and the army with fire, the mountain of fire, Dakshinagni, was coming towards Dwarka. Sudarshan Chakra went face to face, and Sudarshan Chakra increased its heat. As Sudarshan Chakra increased its heat like thousands of suns, the Dakshinagni started feeling the heat. Fire started feeling the heat. So much so that it turned back and started running away from Sudarshan Chakra. That is Sudarshan Chakra, like millions of suns. And then Sudarshan Chakra started chasing Dakshinagni. And it reached Kashi, Varanasi. All the ghostly beings were destroyed by the heat of Sudarshan Chakra. Now Dakshinagni, the very ritual is such that it has to kill somebody. It is a weapon, it is a tool, has to perform the function. And if it cannot kill the target, it has to kill the origin. That is the law. So because it cannot kill Krishna and Dwarka Vasis, it went and killed Sudakshina and all the priests and went away. So the enemy were finished, problem was solved. Sudarshan Chakra had no more job to be done. He could have come back to Dwarka, but he had a blank check. He went and destroyed the whole city of Kashi. All the palaces, all the pathways, all the assembly halls, every single item present there was destroyed. Why? Because this is the city where a conspiracy was done against my master. Destroyed the whole city. Then Sudarshan Chakra came back. Dwarkadish was happy. So this is the consequence of Paundrak, who claimed to be God, false God. This is the consequence of the followers of Paundrak, who propagate him as God, false God. This is the consequence of Kashiraj, who was friend of such a false God. And this is consequence of Sudakshina, who went against real God, Krishna. That's all adharma. So for us to practice dharma, we should follow dharma. To preach, we should follow this principle that A, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and B, there is nobody else who is Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this Janmashtami, we are very fortunate to be in ISKCON Juhu, where we'll have lakhs of people coming to take darshan of Radha Ras Bihari. They are all friends of Krishna. We should welcome them and have a good, polite behavior with them, safe behavior with them, help them to go around, take a book, take prasadam, take darshan, answer their questions, give them Krishna consciousness, make them chant one round, make them life member, whatever, give them Krishna and cultivate them so that they become devotees of Krishna. And that will please Radha Ras Bihari when we increase the number of devotees. Our mission is Janma Sarthak Kari Kara Para Upkar. We perfect our life by practicing devotional service. And para upkar, we tell others to practice devotional service. That's real compassion, that's real suhard, well-wisher of the society. So when we do that, Krishna is pleased with us. And he happily takes birth in our heart. And when he takes birth in our heart, we have Janmashtami inside our heart. We have Krishna's appearance in our heart. Srila Prabhupada said ISKCON is an organization in whose womb Krishna has taken birth. Krishna came in the womb of Devaki. Krishna came in the prison of Kans. Krishna has come in ISKCON. And we have an opportunity for Krishna to come in our hearts by following sadhana bhakti, by following the rules and regulatory principles of bhakti. So we should follow that. Okay, we end here. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Krishna Janmashtami ki jai. Hare Krishna. If there are any questions or comments, you may please ask.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Especially you brought this point of associating with the equals, seniors and juniors. Many times when a newcomer comes to ISKCON or Vaishnava community, he sees senior acting as a equal sometimes acts as a senior. Senior very compassionately sometimes acts as junior. So you said staying for a long term is not just a parameter to decide senior, junior, equal. What is exactly in a Vaishnava community we should see as a parameter to see who is senior, who is equal, who is junior?
Well, in fact, I said staying long term is called seniority. Is called seniority, but that's not the goal of life. So somebody who is higher than us in age is senior. Somebody who has taken initiation before us, even if my age is higher, still that person is senior. Somebody who is in a senior post, even if my age and initiation is before that person, still is senior. And somebody is sannyas ashram, even if I am a manager and he is not, still he is senior. So a person is senior by age, by initiation, by managerial position and by ashram. So we should know our seniors and we should offer that respect. So your question stands corrected because that is true. Somebody who is in more years is senior and should be offered respect as senior. So elderly Vaishnava should be offered respect as a senior. Okay?
Equals and juniors?
Equals means equal age or equally together came to Krishna consciousness or equal managerially or equal ashram, friendly. And juniors is less age, opposite to senior, less age, came later to Krishna consciousness, less managerial position or less ashram.
Of course, I understand that we should never see anyone as a junior because we ourselves consider as juniors in Vaishnava community. But my another question is, sometimes seniors very compassionately they deal with their juniors as equivalents. So out of respect we deal with them so carefully, but at the same time he allowed to be with us as equal. So how to see that?
That's fine. That's their choice. But we don't cross boundaries. So if your senior comes and puts hands on your shoulder, he said, "How are you, Janudev Prabhu?" Next day you don't come and put hand on senior and say, "How are you, Prabhu?" No, we keep our boundaries. We offer obeisances.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay? Yes.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
एक कमेंट है, एक समय गिरिराज स्वामी प्रवचन दिए थे भागवतम, और उन्होंने बताया कि हमसे जो सीनियर भक्त है उनका हमें आदर करने की आवश्यकता है। अगर हम ऐसा नहीं करते हैं तो प्रभु हमारे सामने अपने आप को प्रकट नहीं करेंगे। हमसे जो भी सीनियर है उनका हमें आदर करने से प्रभु प्रसन्न होते हैं। ये शिष्टाचार है, इसका पालन करना जो जानते हैं उसका आवश्यक है, जो नहीं जानते वो अलग बात है।
सही
हरे
है।
कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण। आपके कमेंट हम रिस्पेक्टफुली सुनते हैं।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।
धन्यवाद प्रभु जी, बहुत सुंदर क्लास।
हरे कृष्ण।
प्रभु जी, मेरा प्रश्न ये है कि जब भगवान द्वारका में रहते हैं तो शंख चक्र गदा पद्म ये धारण करते हैं, तो हम ये देखते हैं कि वृंदावन में भगवान बांसुरी धारण करते हैं और मोर का पिंस धारण करते हैं और त्रिभंग में रहते हैं। तो इनमें से कौन सा चीज़ द्वारका में भी उनके पास रहता है? जो ये तीन चीज़ हम देखते हैं कि त्रिभंग में रहते हैं वृंदावन में, और बांसुरी रहता है और मोर का पिंस धारण करते हैं, तो ये तीनों चीज़ में से वो चीज़ भी द्वारका में रहता है या नहीं रहता है, उसके बारे में थोड़ा बताएंगे तो अच्छा।
तो द्वारका में भी मोरपंख है, फ्लूट है, त्रिभंग है, लेकिन वो डिस्प्ले नहीं करते हैं। मोरपंख तो रहता है, फ्लूट वो डिस्प्ले नहीं करते हैं, उधर बजाते नहीं ज़्यादा। वो ब्रजवासियों के लिए, गायों के लिए, गोपियों के लिए, यमुना नदी के लिए, गोप पालकों के लिए, ब्रजवासियों के लिए। द्वारका के भक्तों का मूड ऐश्वर्य भाव का है, तो वो वैसे अपने आप को प्रदर्शित करते हैं। ठीक है,
धन्यवाद प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी,
बलदेव चंद्र
बहुत
प्रभु, हरे
बहुत
कृष्ण।
धन्यवाद, आपने बहुत सुंदर बताया। कृष्ण बुक्स में जाते समझाते हैं प्रभुपाद, अब उस तरह से बताया। मेरा प्रश्न ये है कि जो आपने बताया ब्रह्मचारी में, ब्रह्मचारी आश्रम जो एक भक्त था जो कि दूसरे मंदिर में शिफ्ट हो गया, उसको शुद्ध भक्त बोलते थे, उसका नाम बता सकते हैं क्या?
उनसे पूछ के बताता हूँ मैं। कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी ब्रेक नहीं करना चाहिए बिना पूछे। एनी मोर क्वेश्चंस? हाँ जी।
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for bringing out many learnings from this such wonderful pastime.
हरे कृष्ण।
I just wanted to know, you told about Pondak that he got the Sarupya Mukti. So what about Kasiraj?
Any asura killed by Krishna gets liberation. So which liberation he got is not mentioned, or I have not read. Pondak is mentioned, Sarupya Mukti he got. Kasiraj also must be in Vaikuntha. He gets liberated. Those killed by Krishna, all the soldiers who are killed by Krishna, they get liberated. So one of the muktis they get.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Second thing, you are saying that Kasiraj's son thought that these priests are not favored by the Lord Krishna, so that he chose them to do the yajna and tantric yajna.
Come again, this priest?
These priests, he just misconceptually thought that these are not favored by Lord Krishna because they are coming and offering obeisances to Lord Krishna. Brahmanas. So, is he choose that same Brahmanas to do the yajna?
No. They were tantric Brahmana, tantric priest. He just thought that Krishna's personality is such that he is not favored by the Brahmanas. That's why they are out of fear offering him obeisances. Krishna doesn't like Brahmanas. So he can be used as a target for the tool of Dakshinagni. The priests were separate. They were not those Dwarka Brahmanas.
Thank you.
You have- I can't hear.
In South India, we hear Shiva's another form is Dakshina Murti. So is it same Dakshina Agni is the Dakshina Murti?
No, I don't know. Did Dakshinamurti go to Dwarka to kill Krishna?
No.
I also don't know. I only know Dakshinagni went. If he also went, then same.
I don't know.
That's the only way to relate.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, we end here. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
His Grace Gokuleswar Prabhu ki jai.